In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 things that I didn't think I would like about Australia before moving here. For context, I'm originally from Manchester in the UK, but I've lived in Australia for about 3 years now, and I'm fresh off a trip back from Manchester, so all these ideas are kind of fresh in my mind. Number 1 is a weird one. You probably won't expect this to be on the list, but it's shopping centres. And the reason shopping centres is on there is because on a really hot summer's day, like yesterday in Sydney, it was 42 degrees. And in Australia, I think it was the hottest country on earth over the past week or something like that. And there's not much you can do on a hot day. You can either go out really early or you can go out late. But during the day, you don't really want to be outside because it's dangerous with the sun. It's too hot. It's just uncomfortable. But if you go to a shopping centre, they have the aircon on full blast, which is a great option. Like if you don't have aircon at home or you can't really afford the aircon at home, you can just go to the shopping centre, go to the cinema, get some food, get a coffee or something like that, and be in a nice air-conditioned environment, which is much needed on days like yesterday. Number 2 is Australian sport, because before I come to Australia, I pretty much just watched the Premier League, and I would get up in the middle of the night just to watch Premier League, and I didn't even bother to watch the NRL or the AFL or anything like that. However, last year, I made like a conscious decision to try to get into it, because I do love sport and I thought there's a chance I could like this. So I started with rugby league, and now I am quite a big fan of rugby league. I watch it every weekend. I watch Friday night, Thursday night, Saturday games on TV. I'll go to games when I can. I go to watch South Sydney Rabbitohs. I even went to the State of Origin final last year, which was a real highlight. And towards the end of the season, started to watch AFL as well, which is just a great sport. It's really fun to watch live. I'd say rugby league is better to watch on TV, but still good to watch it in person. The rugby league and the AFL is really ingrained in Australian culture. You know, it's been here for over 100 years. Some of the NRL and AFL clubs are some of the oldest sporting clubs in the whole world. Number 3 is about how remote Australia is. And this comes with obviously pros and cons. The cons being time difference, the cost it takes to get to other places and things like that. However, there are sometimes moments when you're happy that you live in a remote island, when there's kind of chaos going on all over the world, and you're kind of tucked away on this island that no one really bothers with. It never really gets involved in the kind of geopolitics of the world, and just feels like a nice safe place to be. So when I first come to Australia, I remember I used to go to the aisle to get the British snacks pretty much every week. If I wanted like chocolate or things like that, I would only shop there because I didn't like Australian snacks. However, this has really changed now, and I noticed this when I came back last weekend, that I was really looking forward to eating some Red Rock Deli crisps, some chicken salt shapes, drinking some Solo lemonade, because these are really good snacks. And I guess as time goes on, I'm really enjoying the food. And it's not just the snacks as well, it's little things like the milk obviously tastes a little bit different. When I first came here, I was like, oh, I don't really like it. Now I really enjoy it. Everything's the same, chicken, whatever produce you get, you kind of get used to it and you realise it is really good here. The 5th point is coffee, because before I moved to Australia, I didn't really drink much coffee at all. And I remember overhearing people at work talking about their coffee order and how they would go every day and which coffee barista they would like. And I just didn't really understand it at all. For me, coffee was just kind of like instant coffee, you know, Nescafe, swirl it around and job's done. Over time, started to drink more coffee, and I really appreciate the quality of the coffee that there is here and the abundance of it as well. There's so many cafes. You can go to any kind of cafe in Sydney or wherever you are in Australia, and it's usually pretty good quality as well. And the 6th point is around waking up early. So in Australia, a lot of people start their day early. Early mornings in the UK are usually dark, usually rainy, or sometimes both. And especially before work, it's like the last thing you want to do is get out before work and go for a run or something like that, because the weather's just too miserable. But a lot of Aussies will get out before work and they'll go for a run, they'll go for a swim, they'll go to the beach and things like that. I actually do go running in the morning before work, and I'm not the only one. If I'm going out running here, there's loads of people doing the same thing. And on the weekends as well, people start the weekend a lot earlier and they'll finish early, and that's partly to do with the weather as well. Obviously it gets too hot, but I think it's really good to be able to start your day in the sun, doing something active outside, going to work on the weekends, just getting out early and then doing whatever else you have to do in the day. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one.